Well, hey everybody, today is May the 27th, the day before Memorial Day, 2018. So thank y'all for calling in this Sunday. I know a lot of people are probably out of town and going to the beach or whatever else. When you live down South Georgia, that's what everybody does. Although I was just saying, I just got back from the beach. My friend on here, director Latrice Mahalik, she was out at the beach last week. So Brad and I went up there, spent a couple of days with her. I just had the best time. And so anyway, today I want to talk to you about a couple of things. It's funny, I really do love to read, but I don't usually take the time to read like I should. And I found the times that I really do read something, it gives you a new perspective on a lot of different things. And one of the things is, just a new thought, like when you're the one that's teaching, a lot of times you can either teach from your experience or something that you've learned through reading or through listening to somebody else. There's really no other way to learn, right? And so reading, especially when we read good books, it really helps. So this is the one from Pound the Stone, and it is so good. And I had read a bunch of it, and then I put it down, then I took it to the beach, and I took it out there every single day and did not open it. It's hard to read when you got your good buddies sitting right beside you. But anyway, so today I went through it. It's just those things where I couldn't even put it down. Like I read, well, about 55 pages, in the last hour. I thought, let me just read this, see if I get me some inspiration, So there were so many good things in it. So I just want to encourage y'all, if you don't have this book, or if maybe you're just not a reader. And I think a lot of us like to read, we just don't take the time. But, when you're reading and you're listening to other people, it's going to expand your thinking. It's going to give you a new thought that you did not have before. And there's no other way to get that a lot of times. So anyway, so what I want to talk to you about today, a couple of little points. And this is, if you remember the book, I've been talking about it for a little while, but it's about this kid who was kicked off the basketball team. He was in high school because he got in a fight, couldn't control his anger, but he loved basketball, said do anything to get back on the team. So the coach said, okay, you can sell books all summer, and you need to sell 1,000 books. You need to sell 1,000 books. And so anyway, 1,200, whatever it was, I can't remember the number, but he had to go and find some place to live. So he went and he knocked on all these doors to ask if he could live with them. They told him where to go ask. And finally this last little couple, like the smallest house on the block, driving a Subaru, and the guy's a street sweeper, they said he could stay. He was not excited about staying there. And anyway, the whole book is about the lessons he's learned from this guy. Well, come to find out, this guy is a multi-billionaire, and he's retired, but he sweeps streets and has a humble outside exterior, because he says, my money does not define who I am. It's who I am, Well, anyway, so this is in the book, some of the lessons that he is teaching him. And the kid was real frustrated because he wasn't selling enough books. And, he was just like, and they were saying, he's like, I'm trying, it's not working. And I saw this about Mary Kay, how we're out there and we feel like we're really trying. And then we're just like, maybe I'm just not meant to do this. I mean, I'm really, really, really trying. I'm going after everything as hard as I can, and the results aren't coming. So why, maybe I just need to quit. And so the woman that this kid was living with started talking to him, and he said, so you're really trying? He said, well, like Yoda said, there's only do or do not. There is no try. And have you consistently given it your very best? And so one of the things she said in here, she said, well, the most important little thing, because she was trying to tell him it's the little things that make the difference. And she said, one of the most important little things is one that takes place internally is your heart posture. Are you there to give or to get? Are you there to close a sale or to give someone an opportunity to learn something that could change their life? And that 90% of communication is nonverbal. I want y'all to think about this. 90% is nonverbal. It takes your brain just 1/15 of a second to read a micro expression on someone else's face. And so your nonverbal communication includes things like your clothes, what you have on, your body language, facial expressions, and heart posture. And all of this communicates before you even open your mouth. So I was thinking about this in a couple of different ways. I was thinking about this when we are kind of going out of our comfort zone, and we're trying to maybe meet some new women. And for a lot of women in Mary Kay, this isn't like your favorite thing to do, to go out and get names or chatterbook or warm chat or whatever you want to call it. And it's just because we don't like rejection, of course, right? And there's a lot of other things. You know, we were taught as little girls, don't talk to strangers. And then you get in Mary Kay and they're like, go find a stranger. And it just goes against our natural grain. But why do you think that some people find it easy to do this and others much more difficult? Why do you feel like that some people get out there and they just start talking and people start talking back to them, and then other people, they never get anywhere? And I thought about today, I thought, well, a couple things. One is your attitude. If you're going out to make a difference in somebody else's life and what you can give them, you know, whether it be give them a free facial, you know, as basic as that, or give them an opportunity to change their life for our career opportunity, or are you just going out to get, I need a booking, I need money, I need a recruit. And it's just two opposite things, you know. And if you're working on the one that you're trying to give, you know, Mary Kay has an award, and it's called the Go Give Award. And even though we have to be go-getters, right, to achieve anything, the Go Give Award is the number one award that Mary Kay gives, and it's people that give without the thought of making money. In fact, most of the time, these are women that are given to people that they don't make any money on. You know, it's a director that really helps her adoptees or other directors and things like that. And so our company gives the highest award to the Miss Go Give. And that speaks a lot for what our company is all about and what Mary Kay Ash was all about. And so first of all, I want you to think about that as you go in to talk to people, as you even are sitting down to talk to someone about sharing the opportunity with someone. How could you really help them know what's in it for them if you don't know anything about them? And that's why, you know, you can share a marketing call and you can share a video of a marketing call for layering effects, but that really, unless you just happen to have the same story as the girl that's listening to you, you know, the really way to recruit people is to really get to know them and really think about what they're saying and how could Mary Kay help them. Because if you can get that point across, you will recruit them, which will help them, and of course it's going to help you as well. And with the sales, if you go into that party, and Mary Kay Ash used to say, take the dollar signs out of your eyes. She says, some of you have, you know, the dollar, the penny so close to your eye you can't see the dollar or something like that. And, you know, she said, if you go into that party thinking, you know, I just want to make them feel important. I want to make these women feel good about themselves. And when they leave, I want them to be a happier person and to have had a great time. Sales are going to come because Mary Kay, the company, has spent years and years and years and years developing this product. As a matter of fact, I think most of you saw the article that I put that I think it's Allure magazine did. It was amazing about our new product. It talked about how a lot of people, when they, you know, it says, you know, you may have this Allure, it kind of goes to women that are, you know, from teenagers to probably 30, you know, something like that. And it said, you may have thought of Mary Kay as a company that has lipsticks and your mom's best friend used to sell it. I mean, that they said, but let's not discount that even though it's half a century old, that it is on the forefront of great skincare. And it talked about our new Miracle Set 3D and how the company took 5 years to develop this product and how they hit the nail on the head and how it was so superseded as far as other skincare lines because of the resveratrol and what it does to help our skin on the 80% that's not, you know, that's not our age. That's the environment, diet, stress, all that kind of stuff, and how they've hit the nail on the head. I mean, and it was a great article. If you read the article, if you weren't already using Mary Kay, you would want to try that product. You'd be like, wow, you know. And the fact that right now our starter kit is less than the Miracle Set. I mean, not that we want to just sell kits, but you guys, I mean, really, you want to get out there and you want to get that kit. You want to tell them about our kit and that this will be a way to make, you know, income. And I just don't know who, if they had any thought of making more money when they saw that they could join the business for $100 and then they could sell a Miracle Set for 110. I mean, they would have to sell 2 Miracle Sets to get their money back. That's it. 2. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer, right? So anyway, the company has done all the work. The point is the company's done all the work on the product. So you don't have to worry if the product is good. That is not something you got to go, oh, I hope it's going to work, and be nervous every time someone buys something that they're not going to like it. It's rare that people don't like it. I mean, every now and then I get someone to return something, and usually it's because they misdiagnosed their skin type. Like they told me they were dry, but really they were just drying out their skin because they're using alcohol or sea breeze or something on their face. You know, the product is good. So good. So you don't have to worry about that. So instead of worrying about the product, what you do is you worry about making those women that are in front of you feel like $1 million. And you build them up and you show them how to take care of their skin. And when they leave, the truth is, if they have $1 in their pocketbook, it's going to you. I mean, they usually want to buy the products. And whether they do usually just depends on if they have any money at all. Okay? And that's where that target market comes in. So if you're dealing with women that have a job, you know, that can afford to buy something, of course, they're going to buy it. They're going to buy it. Okay. So I just wanted you to think about that. So you're going to go in to give, and you're going to go in to give, make them feel better about themselves, or give them an opportunity if you're talking about recruiting. Okay. The second thing I wanted to mention is in the book, she's talked about, would you hire yourself? And she asked the boy, she said, would you hire yourself for a $250,000 job right now? The way you look, the way you act, would you? And he's like, I don't know if I'd hire myself for a $25,000 job. The kid had a mohawk. He was going around door to door, and he had basketball shorts and a T-shirt with graffiti on it, you know, like just crazy words. And, you know, and so that's how he was going to sell, like a high school kid. So the next day he said he started thinking about it. So he went to the barber and he had him shave the mohawk off. And he just had a clean cut haircut. He asked the dude that they were staying with, could he borrow some pants and a couple shirts? And so gave him a button down shirt, nice pair of pants. And he said, I even felt different. And then the girl recommended, she said, you may want to read some of the books you're trying to sell. That way you know what you're talking about. You could connect with the people that you're in front of, and it'd give you a little edge. And so in Mary Kay, how would that relate to us? Okay, first of all, our image. You know, if we're out and about, we don't have a stitch of makeup on, and we're trying to book people, it just doesn't even make sense why you would even do that, right? But I know some people do. And I've seen some consultants come to the sales meeting without their makeup on. I don't even understand that. That would be like, you know, if I'm selling formal dresses and we're all supposed to wear formals and I came in blue jeans. I mean, like, wear what we sell, you guys. So the company even gives you a free set if you do a 600 within 15 days, so that you will have some glamour. So when you come to the sales meeting, I mean, you don't have to look like, you know, a diva fixing to go to the beauty pageant, but you sure enough do need some foundation on, some eyes, lips, and cheeks to look like a beauty consultant. And it doesn't have to be dark. It just has to be polished. So I want to encourage you to get the kid out and put it on your face. Just like that kid needed to read the books he's trying to sell, you need to wear the products. And there's no easier way to sell something if you're sold on it. If you're sold on it, it's hard not to sell it because you are excited about it. Okay? So think about that, not only at your sales meetings, but of course at a party, or like if you're going out to do some bookings or whatever, of course, you're going to want to look good. Now, I don't mean you have to have your red jacket on and every pen you've ever won to go out and book people, but you need to look cute, okay, so that you make a statement that you're in the fashion business, right? So I want you to think about that. And one of the quotes she says in the book is, until you take yourself seriously, no one else is going to. When you see yourself for who you truly are and who you were truly created to be, you will understand the immense power you hold. And she talked about him. She said, consider yourself as a publicly traded stock. You Incorporated, you know, Sandra Griffith Incorporated. And everything you do is going to raise your stock. Every book you read, the way you look, the way you present yourself, the people you associate with, that's all is going to raise your stock. So you want to think about anything you do to improve yourself is going to raise your stock, you know, and that's important with our Mary Kay business as well, because if someone says, what do you do? And you go, well, you know, I work at BSU. I dabble in some Mary Kay. Well, That is not what I call taking yourself seriously. You know, taking yourself seriously would be like, oh, I'm a beauty consultant at Mary Kay. I've actually been in for 25 years. And they go, well, I thought you were at BSU. Yeah, I do that too. You see the difference, okay? Or maybe you have a full-time job that you love, and that's fine too. But if someone says, what do you do? Unless you get benefits by telling them what you do at your other job, you know, just say, you can say, oh, well, I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. Say, I actually own my own business. I've been doing this for however many years. I've been doing this for 2 months. I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been doing this for 32 years. And I had a customer just called me the other day. She goes, are you still selling Mary Kay? But I think she's got a little dementia going on. I'm like, yep, I sure am. And, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, people should not ask you if you're still doing Mary Kay. Like, that's a problem. You know, like, they should know it by either they're getting some emails from you once a month, they're getting a lookbook in the mail, you know, you are touching base with your customers. They should not have to wonder if you're selling Mary Kay, right? I mean, like, and really your friends and people at church, they should all know it. This does not need to be the best kept secret that you know, you don't want to bother people so nobody even knows. That's crazy. You know, you want everybody to know, not that you have to talk about Mary Kay every time you're around them, not that you have to ask them for a sale every time you're around them. But guess what? When you're around teachers, what do teachers talk about? They talk about teaching, they talk about students, something they had, you know, they talk about their job. If you're around a nurse, they're going to talk about something happened at their job. If they're around you, you talk about something about Mary Kay. That's okay. That's okay. And guess what? I mean, that's what you do. And that's how you generate interest sometimes. That's why really, you know, sometimes, you know, other people at other jobs, they take pictures around their work or something that happened at work. You know, it's okay for you to take pictures at your skincare classes, at your parties, so that people can say, what's she doing? You know, if I was fixing to buy let's say a weight loss product, and this girl was selling something that supposedly made you lose weight, I would go to her Facebook page and I would just see if she is serious about what she's doing. I would see if she posts anything about it. She got any before and after pictures on there. I mean, you know, does she even know what she's talking about? Okay. All right. So someone goes to your Facebook page. Can they tell you even sell Mary Kay? Do you have anything that would indicate besides the little line at the top that says Mary Kay? You know, or is that even on there? Do you have any pictures, before and after pictures of your clients? Do you have any, you know, pictures from your meetings? You know, I'm just going to say our meetings in Valdosta. I mean, honestly, and I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just going to state the facts. Okay. You know, everybody at that meeting, every now and then, should be taking pictures of each other. When there's a queen that they're being crowned, somebody should be taking her picture for her so that she can post it on, you know, her wall, or you post it and tag her, even better. You know, there should be, it's excitement, just like at seminar. You know, I don't need to be the only one taking pictures. Everybody should be taking them. And it's not that we're trying to do anything, but just show people what we do, that we're serious about our business and that we enjoy it and that it's fun. And people want to come on a winning team and they want to see what's going on. So if you're in the Valdosta meeting, you guys, you know, get your little phone out. You're on it anyway. Probably texting half the meeting. Not really. But anyway, take some pictures. Take some pictures. Do a post afterwards. Tag me. Tag your sister consultants. It's a lot more fun that way. It's a lot more fun. You know, just like if you go to a wedding or something, you're all taking pictures, you're all tagging the bride. That's how it needs to be. And it just makes it just in a different perspective than just the director posting all the time. Okay? So I don't know how I got on that soapbox, but there you go. You must need to hear it. That's why you do your own calls, right? Okay. The other thing I want to talk to you about is every night before this kid would go to bed, they have dinner, and the lady there would ask, he had to answer 4 questions every night. And I want y'all to think about 4 questions you can ask yourself every night. Okay. Number 1, what are you grateful for? Number 2, what's the best failure you had today? Number 3, what did you do well? And number 4, if you could do today over again, what would you do differently? And just kind of ask yourself that at the end of every day. And what you'll find is things you want to improve on, things you're proud of, and things that you might want to do differently the next day. And yet you're always going to find something to be grateful for every single day, no matter what the day holds. Okay? Now, one of the things that they talked about was delayed gratification, and that the ability to have delayed gratification is one of the highest attributes that you can have, because everybody wants instant gratification. I mean, everybody, they want instant like if they can't, if they're on a diet and they don't lose 10 pounds the first week, they're out, you know, or, you know, it's like, that's what people don't read because it takes a minute to read. You can't just do this and go, thank you. That was a great book. I enjoyed it so much. You actually have to take some time. People are so stuck in instant gratification, even with our phone, you know, like when we click something and it takes more than 1 second, we're like, this phone, something's wrong with my phone. And we start our computer up, if it takes more than 15 seconds, we're like, I must need some more memory. My computer is slow, you know? So this is one of the things that she said. She said, one long-term research project published by Harvard found that the greatest predictor of future success in life is the ability to delay gratification. The word I like to describe that ability is one my friend Angela uses called grit. She calls it the passion and endurance to keep working towards one's mission despite setbacks and failures. And especially good for you, she found those who experience more setback and failures on their journey but persisted anyway often end up better because of it. So anytime you have something that you feel like was a setback or it didn't go the way you wanted to, just know that is building your character and it's making you grow, and you're actually going to get further along. Mary Kay Ash used to get on the podium and she'd say, I have the bloodiest knees of any of y'all. I have fell down more than any of y'all. That's what that means. You know, I've had more no's than anybody sitting here. And it's so true. And there was there's a guy that I'm sure all of you know, and a lot of you probably have heard this. And when you talk about failure, what is failure? And failure is not your identity. It's an event. It's something that happened. It's an event. It just happened and it's over with, right? Babe Ruth, would you call him a failure? Most people wouldn't. Yet in 1932, when he set the record for both the most home runs and the highest batting averages in a season, he also set another record that same year. He had more strikeouts than anybody else that whole season. More strikeouts. Yet he's not known for that. He's known for the setting the record of the most home runs. Because the failure of a strikeout, that's just an event, right? So you don't have to, that doesn't define who he is. And most of the time, we are so caught up in maybe that we might fail that we don't even try. And I think that's why some women make it in Mary Kay and some don't, because that fear of failure is huge and they just can't take the no's. And it is something that, you know, it's funny. I mean, I had to sell some stuff in high school because I went to a small Christian school. I graduated with 19 people. And, you know, this school was very much ran by donations. So they always would have the students out selling something, you know, spaghetti supper tickets. I mean, we'd have to sell ads for our books. We'd have like our yearbooks or our basketball programs. They'd send us out and let you get out early for school and go to town and go by business after business after business to sell these ads. And it's funny because we just had to do it. I mean, like, wasn't like, did you want to do it? We had to do it. So we would go out and some would say no and some would say yes. But guess what? You know, things like that, it puts a little bit of grit in you because you're like, well, I just got to go to the next one because I got to sell because this many spaghetti supper tickets or this many ads. And we'd have these school trips. The school couldn't pay for it. So we would have to raise the money by different things we'd have to go sell. And we thought if we want to go on this trip, we got to raise the money. And so we would just go door to door, door to door. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? And so those of you that learn that a no is not going to kill you will keep going. Latrice and I, when we were together last week, we went to Publix. Y'all know Publix has some pretty people. That's all I can tell you. There's a lot of pretty people in Publix. And we were running around Publix and I'm like, look at that girl. Man, she is pretty. And so we were on the same aisle and I thought I should go talk to her. It's the last day. We didn't really have an event or anything, but I thought I should talk to her. So then we were coming back around. I said, and we were fixing to check out. Well, we got right behind that girl. I'm like, I'm fixing to talk to her. So I looked at Latrice. I'm like, do you want to or you want me to, you know? And so she just looked at me. And so then this lady goes, hey, y'all want to come to this checkout? It's quicker. And I thought, So we went to the other checkout. So then she was still checking out. And I said, we're going to have to kill some time because I got to talk to her. I mean, I have to. I said, you don't run into people 3 times and not talk to her, right? So we were standing there. We went by the Florida lottery scratch-off ticket machine. So, we spent $6. We did not win anything, but we spent, our time just piddling around at the lottery scratch-off ticket till the girl comes. So she comes, and I says, so I just, you just have to remember what Laree said. I think of this all the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So I just walked up to her. I said, girl, I just got to tell you, I said, you look like a model. She said, an old one? I said, no. I said, you are so cute. I said, listen, I just would like to give you my business card. I said, have you ever tried Mary Kay? And she said, well, first I said, are you from here? And because it's Destin, Florida. She said, no, I'm from Tennessee. I'm from Nashville. And she's from Tennessee. I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, I would like to give you my card. I said, I'm visiting too. I said, but have you ever tried Mary Kay? And she said, well, she says, as a matter of fact, she goes, I have a really good friend that sells Mary Kay, and she's in Louisville. Her mom was kind of big into it at one time, and she's into it now. And I said, really? I said, okay. I said, do you remember her mom's name? And of course she didn't. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, you really should talk to your friend about trying some of our brand new product. I said, we've got this new Miracle Set 3D. I said, it's amazing. I said, but you are just so cute. I just wanted to tell you. I said, but let her know. I said, you would really like that product. And that was it. I mean, I didn't get a yes. She didn't turn into a Diamond Star consultant, or anything like that. But guess what? What if she had? You never know. Last time I bumped into somebody at Publix, they did. But, maybe it blessed her that someone thought she was cute that day. Maybe she'll call that girl, and maybe she'll buy a Miracle Set from her friend. I don't know. She kept my card. Of course, I'm not going to take it back, But then the next day, or that same day, we went, maybe it was the next day. I can't remember. We went to this little store, and we ran into, there was a girl that was the sales lady at this store, and Latrice was buying some stuff. And anyway, we sat there, and I said, well, how are you doing today? And, and I said, are you from here? And just before you knew it, she just shared with us a lot about her whole story. And I thought, after she told me, I thought, how can I not offer her the Mary Kay opportunity? There would be no way. I would be a terrible person if I didn't tell her about Mary Kay. That is I truly felt. And I said, girl, I said, you really should be doing what she and I do. And I pointed to Latrice. I said, we both are Mary Kay sales directors. I said, we work for ourselves. I said, and honestly, you always need to have a plan B in this life, as far as for income. And I said, and then Latrice goes, yeah. She said, I've been doing it for 27 years or 25, and she's been doing it for 30 something. And she's like, wow. She said, well, I'm fixed to be 55. So it's like, I've been thinking of doing something. And I said, well, that's how old we are. She's like, wow, well, y'all look younger than me. And I said, you know what? I said, this would really bless you. I said, we have some of the best women in Mary Kay. I said, it's such a positive company. I said, they build you up, your self-esteem. I said, you're going to look cuter, of course. I said, because we have such great products. I said, but you could also have income. And I said, you would love it. And so I said, I'm going to bring you a packet a little bit later tonight. And so we went back to the condo, and I got her up a packet with a sample of the new product and a folder. And I thought, I'm recruiting her. So I went ahead and gave her a Mary Kay pen. And I put a pen in there. I put some training information and everything I thought she needed. Probably a little too much, to be honest with you. But anyway, but I was leaving the next day. So we went in there, and we go into the store, and of course the bottom drops out. We have no umbrella. And so, but we give it to her, and she looks it over, very grateful, very just like, thank you so much. Can't believe y'all came all the way back to do this. I really appreciate it. And she said, I'll be honest with you, I got company coming and Memorial Day, so it'll probably be Tuesday. I said, that's fine, girl. And I just wrote her a little note with a Bible verse that I had stuck in the thing just to bless her. And, I do feel like she will sign up on Tuesday next week. I'll introduce her to y'all on the call. But if she doesn't, I guarantee you it's going to make her feel better. And so, you will was it a failure that I taught the girl in Publix and she, did not, no. Like now I could have said, well, that's it. Look at that. Everybody I ask says no. I'm done. I'm never handing my car out again. I'm just going to sit home. If somebody wants to Mary Kay, they can call me because I'm done. I'm done meeting women. Women are mean. No, right? You're just going to go to the next person. As a matter of fact, what I saw is a whole store of Publix. I wish I could lock the door and said nobody can leave till y'all come talk to Cleta over here. And then I'm like, I could recruit anybody. I'm a recruiter. I love to recruit. And I just tell myself that all the time, So I want y'all to think about when you're really scared about failing in Mary Kay. Mary Kay Ash always said you fail forward to success. There is nobody in Mary Kay that has not had rejection. And we have all lived to talk about it. And sometimes, I want you to ask next time someone says, well, no, I'm not being interested. Say, is that no forever or just no for right now? That's what I want you to ask. So is that a no for now or a no forever? And they may say, well, it's just a no for now. I say, well, great. When can I contact you again? And they say, well, get with me at the end of the summer. I'll say, okay, that's great. So I'll give you a call in August. Put in your date book and don't forget to do it, And if they say, well, probably no forever because I got this, say, well, you know what? That's fine. Me and you are still friends whether you do Mary Kay or not. I mean, honestly, or whether you buy Mary Kay. I don't care if you use, Avon. I still be your friend. That doesn't, your value is not based on if you buy a Miracle Set today from me. But I like that whole idea, is it no for now or no forever? Because it always could be something that you don't know is going on in their life that they seriously cannot do it right this second, but they really are kind of intrigued. Okay. All right. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about besides failure is, okay, this right here, luck. Okay. You know how people say, well, good luck. Good luck. Hope you have good luck with that. And this kid was talking to this girl he's kind of interested in, and he said, well, good luck. And she said, well, you can keep that luck in your pocket. Haven't you seen Man on Fire? There's only two kinds of people, trained and untrained. And I'm trained. Luck is for people that haven't trained to be clutch. I don't need luck. And I thought, bam. Okay. She had a new client to work with. And so you don't need luck to do good in this business. People that win the cars aren't lucky. It isn't a drawing. It's lucky, when I say everybody has to text me back if you sold $25 and I'm going to do a drawing and then I pull out a name. That's kind of lucky, except for at least you had a good chance because you did call in and tell me that you sold something, right? But to win a car and to become a sales director, that has nothing to do with luck. It has to do with the efforts that you made in the work. So people aren't just, I've heard people actually say this, like you have like a queen of sales and they go, she is so lucky. She don't have a husband to slow her down like mine. Then I've heard people go, she is so lucky. Her husband is so supportive. I don't even have a husband. And then I have certain people say, she is so lucky. She all her kids are raised and she don't have to worry about daycare and babysitters. And then I heard someone else go, she is so lucky. She's got those little kids. So everybody comes and talks to her about her kids, gives her opportunity to talk about Mary Kay. I don't even have anybody. I have to get fake kids to run around. Right? So whatever you say, it can be turned around. And it has nothing to do with luck. Not one single thing to do with luck, you guys. And so, I mean, it would have been lucky if Latrice and I had won the lottery. Or a scratch off. Now that would have been lucky. And, but really then I'd have to tell my mama that I gambled. So then that would have been unlucky. So it's probably good that I did not win. That's hilarious. I know. But anyway, so this week, I just want you to think just of a couple of things that we've talked about as we finish out this month. This month is, in some ways, it is, I always say it flies by. For some reason, this month, I have felt like every week was the end of the month. And I'm like, then I go, oh, we still got another week. I can't believe it. It's kind of gone slow to me, even though we have a lot to do before Thursday. So a lot of you, since January, have told your director that you're going DIQ. You said, I'm going to have 8 active team members, and I'm going DIQ before this promotion's over. Well, guys, it's fixing to be over. So you have time to get your 8 active consultants. You really do. Most every director on here got 5 or 6 the last day before they finished. All of us have gotten had a day where we got like a ton of recruits. And so you might think of that day as today and tomorrow. Say, look, this is my chance. This is my last chance. What if I said, look, and I don't know this, but what if I said, you know what? In July, you're going to have 20 to start directorship. And you will have to already have won your car, and then you can go for directorship. And a lot of you be like, oh, why didn't I take advantage of it when it was easy? It's easy, okay? So now is the time to like, let's do this. You're going to do it. Let's sure enough do it. So you're not going to get recruits by sitting and wishing. You're going to get teammates by doing some facials, going back to your customer base. Who can you share the opportunity with? You know, in my unit, and I'm sure your director would probably honor this. If not, call me and I'll do it. And I'm doing a little thing that anyone that signs up today through Tuesday, I'm going to give them a charcoal mask and a mascara. Heck, you could give it yourself if you're not in my unit. A charcoal mask and a Lash Intensity mascara. Those Lash Intensity mascaras, then we get like buy one, get one, or I don't even know, it was 40% off, whatever it was. I got a bunch of them. And the charcoal mask, I can't remember why I got so much of those, but I got a bunch of those too. But anyway, that's what I'm going to get free. So it's almost $50. So really, they get that kit. They can sell that. That's half their kit done. But you know what? No one's going to sign up if you don't tell anybody about the special, right? So, I mean, y'all can do this. You can do it. And I don't want y'all sitting there thinking, well, if I get them, then they got to order. Well, that is so, I mean, we don't even use this word. That's so retarded. That's backwards, okay? Of course they're going to order. They need to order because how are you going to sell something if you don't have anything to sell, right? I mean, so I want y'all to think about, let's get some agreements in, and then let's work toward getting their orders in. We can do that. And you guys have time. If you're sitting here with nobody on your team, you're brand new, like, and you just haven't even thought about it, you could get some recruits today. Y'all could get on the phone and say, listen, you know what? I've been thinking about you, and I know that you school is out. You're not going to be teaching this summer, and I don't know what you're thinking about doing, or maybe you just like to have a summer job just to make a little extra money. I just thought this might be something you might want to do. Mary Kay's got this new skincare system. It's going cray, you know, because it's on Good Morning America. People are just wanting to try it, and I would love to have somebody like you on my team. And I don't know. I just had you on my mind today. I thought I might just call you and see if I could just talk to you about it a minute. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? What if she said yes? What if she said like that lady behind the counter, well, I have been thinking about doing something. What if I hadn't asked her? If I hadn't, I'll tell you what would happen. The next girl selling something else coming there ask her, she'd be selling that instead of selling Mary Kay, right? All right, I'm going to tell you one more thing. So today, let me see who's on the phone. Okay, look. Okay, so today, I look on Facebook, and a friend of mine says, I'm so excited to open my kit. I just joined Mary Kay and bought my kit. I'm like, wow, because I sell to her aunt, and I invited her to be a guest at a meeting in February. And could I be mad? No. You know why? Because I didn't follow up after that. She told me she couldn't come. I mean, I went back and I thought, didn't I ask her to a meeting? So, I mean, I've known this child, this girl, this lady all my life. So I went back and I did invite her. I did in February. And she said, oh, I can't come. I got to work. I didn't say anything back to her. I don't even think I said, okay. I have to go back and for sure say that. But what I'm saying is I did not follow up and say, oh, okay, well, let's get together some other time. Or why don't we, you don't have to be a Monday night. What about when you're not working? Instead, you know what I did? Nothing. Nothing. And someone else that's on fire talked to her. And now she's a new Mary Kay beauty consultant. And she'll be coming to my sales meeting. And I'll be going to train her anyway. And guess what? Serves me right. That's right. Because I should have followed up. Who are you not following up with? Who have you asked one time, they said they couldn't come, and then you haven't followed up? Honestly, there's things sometimes you can't, you got to work, you can't go. Now, you might say, well, she could have called you if she wanted a facial. She didn't know she wanted a facial. I mean, and of course, this other girl could have been her, like a longtime friend. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it taught me a lesson this morning. I thought you can be mad, but you got your four fingers pointing back at me saying, be mad at yourself. And so I thought, I'm fixing to get on my phone and I'm going to look at everybody I've invited in the last 6 months that did not say, I don't want to come. They just say, I can't come tonight because. And I'm going to invite them again. And then if they can't come, I'm going to say, I would like to get another appointment with you, maybe not on a Monday night. Because if it would make you mad that they signed up under somebody else, you better follow up with them. And I'm not mad. I love this girl. And honestly, she's going to be good. She's going to be good. Okay. But my lack of follow-up is why she's not on my team. Okay. And so I needed that. I needed to see it, and I needed to read it, and I needed to go, oh, okay. Wow. All right. Alrighty then. So anyway, this week, you guys, whatever goal you had set at the beginning of the month, I want you to revisit it. You got till Thursday. We got a holiday. Most of y'all don't even have to work tomorrow. So you got, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's 5 days. You got time to do great things. And so your unit is counting on you to produce. We all have unit goals. We all need to get more, I point back here because I got my little chart. We all need more recruits. And of course we need more sales. We're all trying to get the 1 million miracle sets done for the company. So we got lots of reason to be excited and lots of things going on. So anyway, hopefully something that I said today will stir you to take a little bit more, your business a little more seriously, and to put some stock into your business you incorporated. And, I believe in all of you. Honestly, you guys are the best because you got on this phone call, or you are listening to this call because you want to improve yourself. So I appreciate you and, what you stand for in your business. And I know it's going to grow because it's those little things, that are going to make it happen. So anyway, you guys have a great week. I'm going to